with regards to this second point that I'm sharing to you, Ask God, I would just like to quickly share to you a real experience, my experience to this. I think many of you knew that I was hired in a new company. So if you're hired in a new company, you need to renew everything, get new visa, Emirates ID, as in you need to process again your documents. So in other words, I need a lot, not a lot, I need this big amount of money because I had to pay for my house, my transportation. To cut the long story short, with regards to my visa, I asked our HR if it's okay that mag-fine lang ko kay mas barato ang mag-fine than buying a visit visa. So our HR agreed on that, but then one day I received an email that there's a problem in immigration, that all the staff must have to have a visit visa. And I was, sa kong kwarta. I got home, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't focus because wala ako sa ato ang country, so I need to have these documents for me to be legal here. Iku alien diri. Yes, it's really true what I have said earlier, that sometimes when we have problems in life, we go to Google, we go to friends, or ato unra, and God is our last resort. God reminded me that come. It ended up I'm kneeling down to God. I told him that, Lord, I don't have this big amount of money. You know that the last money that I have is for only this week. How amazing God is, that He answered my prayer the next morning. The next morning, I went to school, and then I received this email from our HR that with regards to your visa, blah blah blah, we contacted already a travel agency to come to school, and then sa pinakabilong email stated to nga, you don't need to pay the fines in your visit visa. The school will be the one to pay for it. I was teary-eyed because I was so surprised how God, as in, unsa ka amazing ang Ginoo, how He works, how He orchestrated everything. To be honest, that night before I got that email, when I received makalangan ko mapag-visit visa, naglabad gud akong ukay. Asa ko ani. But God is true to His promise. In Matthew 7:7, not just to me, I believe that you also who listen to this experience this one. Another thing is 2 months I was able to send money to the Philippines ako ang family. It's because I need this big amount of money, as I've said earlier, so wala ko kapadala sa balay. And every time I called my family, hearing from my mama, dili mom, kay dato mama, how God sustained our family, siya makahila ko nga, Lord, thank you. Before we utter our needs to Him, God knows it already. So that's how important it is to know your Creator, to know who God is, to know who He is in your life, because as in, amazing ang Ginoo. So youth, it doesn't mean that bata pa man ko, later na lang, later I will spend time knowing God is, later I will decide to know who is my Creator. Now is that time, especially in the situation that we have right now. Many premature death from here and there, with the pandemic. Ulit na kayo ba kung what's next to this? Decide now to know your Creator. So that's the second point. We ask God. Okay, so we're done with fear God, ask God. The third one is seek God. How do you seek God and find Him? How do you spend time with Him? How do you really get the revelation